Now let's take a look at your site dashboard. We're on the Mapistry Stormwater demo, and we're going to look for the stormwater routine observation. If this observation is overdue or upcoming, you can find them in your action item section, and then you can click into them by clicking on the title. You can also find it by scrolling down and finding the widget, or by searching in this search bar at the top. Once you find your widget, click on the month you'd like to complete the observation for. So let's click into September. This will take you to your inspection form, and you'll see all of your inspection items on the left and then all of your information on the right. It'll auto-populate with the current date and time as well as the current weather. You can change the date and time by clicking on these icons on the right, and then you can change the weather manually by typing it in. You'll want to add your signature, and then if there's anybody else, they can come in here and add their signature as well to this inspection form. Once this is done, we can either click Next Section or manually click into the next section to continue on. If you see any potential pollutants, such as trash or oil sediment, click Yes, and a couple more questions will appear. Identify what you observe, so maybe we see trash and debris, and then add any deficiencies. So trash around the dumpster. I'm going to copy this because I'm going to use this in the task I create. And then I'm going to add a task description. The task title and the task description can be the same if you need to, but anything with this red required next to it needs to be completed. So I'll add an assignee, let's say myself. If you have any subtasks, like you need a new dumpster or there's something else that needs to be fixed, just click yes to add another subtask. Create a due date. So let's say next week. Add any other deficiencies or notes here, and then add any attachments. These can be photos or documents. So we're going to put a photo of the trash that needs to be cleaned up. You can add any notes at the bottom here as well. Since this is all complete, we're going to click Next. You'll see that a green check mark has appeared here, and that means that section is complete. If everything else looks good, you can either continue by clicking Next or clicking into the next section. Now let's jump into the non-stormwater discharge section. You'll see that there's one question at the top. If there is no non-stormwater discharge, continue on as normal. If there is, you'll click yes and some more questions will appear. Go through all these questions if there is non-stormwater discharge. If not, just leave it as is and continue on. Now we're in the best management practice section. You'll want to click into this section and identify any deficiencies you observed related to your BMPs. If none, continue on as normal. We're going to click through all of these and just stick on that last trash and debris pickup. We already had one task for trash and debris, but we're going to add one more task here as well. So let's say the dumpster needs to be closed. You can add a task. Create a description. Assign it to anybody on your site. Add a due date. And then add a photo. Once we're done doing that, we can click into this section if there's any other non-compliance issues. We can add it here, or we can leave it blank. When you're all done, press save. It'll tell you if you missed any sections, so you'll want to click into that last section, press save again, and you'll see green check marks throughout your whole inspection form. Exit, and you'll see that now there is a stormwater routine observation that has been completed for the month of September.